So you're wondering, what case should I get for my Samsung S24 Ultra phone? So the Samsung, it's a large phone if you compare it to the Pixel or the iPhone. Yes, pretty large. In terms of the balance of the phone, because it's flatter, and the phone in this generation is flatter, I feel like the case is, you want to get a case that's not going to be too round. Otherwise, it's going to slip out of your hand. That's just my personal take on it. This is the Unicorn Beetle Pro. So what it does is that it's a two-piece, actually it's a three-piece case where you have a front cover, back cover, and a holster, but it's going to provide a lot more protection than you would normally get on a standard case as you see here. The screen is not protected on these standard cases, and it's not going to be the same type of material. So let me take it out. This is going to be the actual case for the Unicorn Beetle Pro in the black. It looks just like some of the other cases that they've made for the iPhone. And the reason why the SUPCASE is so good is that the case itself is a little bit more complicated than just putting it in and putting it out, taking it out. So this is going to be a two-piece set. First, I'm going to be removing the cover. So this is going to have a little piece of, you gotta open it up. If you guys take a look at it, you got to open it up here. So you got to open this up, then you take it out. And then you have first piece, this is that top cover, this is the back cover with the kickstand. Just pop it out. That's going to be the kickstand. It goes up and down. Plastic. I don't really use it as a ring stand. I know some people are like, hey, I could use it as a ring stand. I'm not sure you want to. There's a little ring right there. I guess you guys can see it. There's a little faint ring right there. You see it better right here. So you can see that slight shadow that's going to be for the fingerprint reader. You're like, okay, that's cool on the case. So what do we look for in terms of any case that we review on our show? We look for price, because if it doesn't fit your budget, well, you're not going to buy it. We look for durability. We look for the craftsmanship. How well is the build quality? Are there any gaps? And we look for grip, overall effectiveness, and weight. So these are basically the main criteria. So how you use this new case is that you're going to be inserting your S24 Ultra inside of the front cover. As you see, you're going to line it up. You guys pop it in. So I popped it in. It's going to go inside. The Unicorn Beetle Pro is giving you two covers for the top. You can either get it with the screen cover, or you can get it without the screen cover and just use it with a kind of with your own screen protector, right? You get two options here. That's new. Usually they just gave you one with the screen protector. I think people were saying, hey, I don't necessarily need this screen protector as a three-piece set. Maybe I want to use my own screen protector. Buttons on this case are very well cut out. So this is what the S24 Ultra on the Unicorn Beetle Pro case looks like. You can see. The sides are grippy. This is going to be in line with all the other Unicorn Beetle Pro cases. The back is pretty much in line with all the Unicorn Beetle Pro cases. I like how this screen here is going to be edge to edge. It's not covering any part of the physical screen. Corner protection is good. The USB-C charger on the bottom, this piece, very thick. That's a very nice thick piece. The buttons are relatively clicky. They could be clickier. Now, I'm not saying that this is the most clicky or the worst clicky, but I would say the clickiness here is going to be a 7 out of 10. In terms of grip, I would rate this about a 7.5 out of 10. If you want to do overall protection, if you do not have it with the screen protector, but you are using it with a different screen protector, I would say this is going to be a 9.5 out of 10, especially if you're using it with the holster. The holster adds about like 70 grams, but it does give a ton of protection. There's no more like little hooks on it, but if you guys look at the holster here, this is what it kind of looks like. So there used to be a little like pin hook here that would hold it. They took that from like OtterBox. They removed it, so it's just, I don't know, it's just easier to remove. You can do it both orientations, front and back. And this is what the SUPCASE looks like, this version, and then from the back. A very nice case, very protective. And if you just were to drop it, I mean, I have no fear, guys. I've tested this case on my 7 Pro, 8 Pro from Google. my 13, 14, 15 from Apple, my Ultra case for the S23, so the S24, no fear, no fear. That's how much confidence I have in the Unicorn Beetle Pro. The SUPCASE with the screen protector. The thing about the screen protector is that you get more fingerprints, but it's built on. So if you're, your significant other, you're trying to give this as a gift, maybe you're giving it to your kids or a teenager or someone who's just constantly breaking their phone, I would say a version that doesn't use a normal screen protector and has it already on the case is going to be much more protective. Trust me. Now the S24, one of the biggest changes that they have for a case design is that all the buttons on the S24 are on one side. They're going to be on the right side, right? There's no buttons on the other side. So it gets a little bit confusing because you're always going to be searching for the buttons, especially from an iPhone, on being on both sides. But now they're not on both sides. They're just on one side. Best way to put these Unicorn Beetle cases from the bottom. So you want to lock it up on the bottom. You can squeeze it, put it in, and voila, you're done. So this is what the Unicorn Beetle case looks like. The Pro looks like. It has lots of fingerprints, as you can see, but hard to beat the amount of protection you're getting here for the value. So this is that Unicorn Beetle Pro from SUPCASE. This is going to be in the clear for your Samsung S24. Here's what it looks like. Comes out the same way. You got the two cases. You got a cover here. Install the frame with the screen protector first, and then enroll your fingerprint for better fingerprinting results. Okay, so this is what the case looks like. You have the holster, same as in our black Unicorn Beetle Pro. You have the clear case. The clear case, this generation is still frosty. There's carbon fiber pattern up top. On the sides, it's crystal. There's grippy stripes so that it's going to be more grippy. I would say the clear case is more grippy than the black case. So if you get the black version or a colored version, the clear case, because it doesn't have any of this gloss from the color, it's just more grippy. It is, I would even rate to say that this is one whole point grippier. So if the Unicorn Beetle Pro in terms of grip is an 8, the clear case is a 9. That's how much more grippy the clear case is. There's no MagSafe ring. It is still using the stand, and the stand is just a clear stand. Stand on my hand, and you could put it as a stand. Plus you get the holster, right? Plus you get the holster that you can lock this phone up. So if I'm taking it out, I can turn it. I could put it on my belt, and then boom. And you might think, like, who would do this? If you guys work, I work outside. I'm a grown-up, and I know people are like, you're a grown-up. But if you want to do grown-up stuff, you don't want your phone in your pocket or your jacket all the time. You want it to be easy access. Well, then you could easy access this, right? It's easy access. Pop it out, put it back, and take it with you on the go. That's why I like it. Now, if you want to see what the black version looks like, so if you guys see side by side, I have, this is with the clear, this is on the black. You can make it upright. You can make this upright. And if you want to take it, just pop it off. And then the coolest thing is that if you drop it, it still works, no damage. I've dropped my SUPCASE Unicorn Beetles from moving cars. I've dropped these from moving cars. I've dropped them from 2 floors up. I've dropped them from a mall because we test their cases. So even in those situations, these are some of the best cases. And I think if you compare the clear versus the black, I think the black is more clicky in the buttons, but almost every other version or every other feature on the clear is going to be better than the colored versions. So just remember, if you're trying to decide on the SUPCASE Unicorn Beetle cases, on the Unicorn Beetle Pro cases, I like the clear. I like the clear. I think the clear is just a little bit nicer, more grippy, looks nicer. It's newer material. But if you want the more rugged, the colored versions will be more rugged. There won't be any risk of decoloring or turning yellow. So you might get more longevity out of this, but the clear definitely looks better in my opinion. This case, because of the amount of protection it is, if you were to grade and you were just to rank protection, a SUPCASE Unicorn Beetle Pro 1 out of 10, this is going to be a 9. 9, because almost everything is protected. It has shock absorbing, materials grippy, everything's thick. The only real weaknesses will be, I think the camera bump could be a little bit thicker, at least at this, if you're trying to get the max protection. The buttons can be slightly more clickier, but overall, no complaints here, no complaints. It's easy to charge, you know, everything's pretty good. It's not waterproof. This is not a waterproof case because they give you access to the speakers as well as to the pen, as well as if you want to use the pen, because the Samsung uses a pen. So easy to use the pen with. When you get these cases and the phone first comes out, like on the S24 from Samsung, you might see these cases around 40 bucks, but within like 2 weeks, maybe even the next week, you're gonna see these cases for around $30. And then when they're like 25, how can you beat it? How can you beat this? It's just one of those deals that are really hard to beat. It's just really hard to beat. So I highly recommend it if you guys are like, okay, I need to get a phone case, not just on the S24, but if you want to get something more protective, the new 2-piece, 3-piece case designs are so much lighter than they used to be that I recommend them, because people, your phones, all 3 of these phones that I have in my hand, $1,100, $1,200, $1,400 on my iPhone 15, Samsung S24 Ultra, $1,300. Spending a little bit more for a case, even if it's a little bit bigger, makes so much sense, because protecting your investment is the most important. And when you trade in your phone, guess what? You got scratches on it, they give you less money. It's damaged, they give you less money. So it even protects on the future value, for your phone. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and please hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help support our channel. And I'll catch you next time. This is Dave with the French Glow, signing off. Bye, bye, bye.